Today, we're diving deep, way back, to a time when survival wasn't just a concept, but every single breath. Imagine a world where every rustle in the bushes could mean life or death, where the ultimate predator roamed. We're talking about the magnificent, terrifying, and utterly iconic saber-toothed tiger. And today, we're not just observing them, we're reliving a story. The day prehistoric humans faced off against one of nature's most formidable killing machines. This isn't just a tale. It's a testament to human ingenuity, bravery, and the unyielding will to survive. Get ready, because this is going to be epic. All right, picture this. It's the late Pleistocene era, roughly 10,000 to 1.6 million years ago. Our ancestors, early Homo sapiens, or perhaps our cousins like Neanderthals, are navigating a world teeming with colossal megafauna. Woolly mammoths, giant ground sloths, cave bears, and then there's Smilodon fatalis, the saber-toothed tiger. Not technically a tiger, by the way, but a distant relative of modern cats. These beasts were built for power with a stocky, muscular body weighing up to 600 pounds. That's like a small car, but with claws and teeth. And those teeth? They were their most terrifying weapon, up to 11 inches long, designed for a precise, crushing bite to the throat of their prey. A single bite from one of these could end a fight before it even began. Now imagine our early human ancestors. They weren't built like the Smilodon. They were agile, yes, and smart, but physically, they were no match in a one-on-one brute force encounter. Their main tools were often simple: sharpened stones, wooden spears, and fire. They lived in small, tight-knit groups, constantly on the move, seeking shelter, food, and safety. Every day was a challenge, every night a gamble. The world was wild, untamed, and unforgiving. So how could such a seemingly vulnerable species possibly stand a chance against an apex predator like the saber-toothed tiger? The answer, as you'll soon see, lies in their most potent weapon: their brains and their ability to cooperate. Our story unfolds on a cold, crisp morning. The air is thick with the scent of pine and damp earth. A small band of early humans, perhaps 12 individuals, including skilled hunters, gatherers, and a few younger ones, are making their way along a riverbed. Their leader, a seasoned hunter named Kale, with eyes that have seen too many winters, scans the horizon. They've been tracking a herd of deer for days, their food supplies dwindling. The mood is tense, but hopeful. Suddenly, a shriek pierces the silence, not from their group, but from the dense undergrowth ahead. A sound of pure terror, followed by a heavy thud. Kyle immediately signals for everyone to stop, to freeze. Every muscle tenses. They know that sound. It's the sound of a predator making a kill. Slowly, carefully, Kale motions for his strongest hunters to advance, spears gripped tightly. They move like shadows through the trees, hearts pounding against their ribs. What they find makes their blood run cold. There, sprawled near a half-eaten carcass, is a saber-toothed tiger. It's magnificent, terrifying, with its massive fangs glinting in the dappled sunlight. Its fur is a tawny gold, blending perfectly with the dried leaves. It's feasting on what looks like a young bison, a fresh kill. But the problem is, this beast is directly in their path, between them and the softer, more fertile hunting grounds they need to reach. Going around would mean days of travel through dangerous, unknown territory. And retreat might not even be an option if the beast decides they are its next meal. This wasn't a planned confrontation. It was a desperate dilemma. Kale knew that confronting a saber-toothed tiger head-on was almost suicidal. But starvation was a slow, agonizing death. They needed to scare it off, or, if absolutely necessary, fight it. The decision was made. They would try to frighten it away first. They started by making loud noises, banging their spears against rocks, yelling. The Smilodon paused its meal, lifting its massive head, its eyes, intelligent and predatory, fixing on them. It let out a low, guttural growl, a sound that vibrated through the very ground beneath their feet, a clear warning. It was not intimidated. This wasn't just a territorial animal. This was a hunter protecting its prize. Seeing that noise wasn't enough, Kyle and his bravest warriors advanced, slowly, deliberately. They raised their spears, not in an immediate attack, but as a show of force, a display. The saber-tooth, still not moving from its kill, let out another, more aggressive snarl, its enormous fangs now fully visible, dripping with blood. It began to subtly shift its weight, a clear sign it was preparing to defend itself. At this point, many other creatures would have fled. But our ancestors, driven by hunger and the primal instinct to protect their kin, held their ground. This was a moment of true courage, born not of recklessness, but of necessity. Then, Kyle had an idea. He signaled to one of the younger, swifter members of the group, a woman named Lyra, known for her quick thinking and agility. He pointed towards a pile of dried leaves and twigs. Fire, their most powerful tool. While the main group continued to draw the Smilodon's attention, Lyra and another gatherer quickly started rubbing sticks together, desperately trying to coax a flame. The air was thick with tension. Every second felt like an eternity. The saber-tooth was getting restless. It took a step towards the human group, its muscles coiled, ready to spring. This was it, the brink. Just as the Smilodon crouched, preparing to charge, a small spark caught. Lyra, with incredible speed, transferred it to a bundle of dry grass. Within moments, a small flame flickered, then grew. The hunters at the front, seeing the fire, roared, a defiant challenge. Kyle, with a powerful swing, threw his spear not at the animal, but in front of it, embedding it in the ground with a thud. This was a diversion, a feint. The Smilodon flinched slightly, momentarily distracted. This was all the time they needed, with the small fire now burning. Lyra and her companion quickly gathered more dry wood, building it up. The smell of smoke began to drift towards the magnificent cat. Saber-toothed tigers, like many predators, have a natural aversion to fire. It represents an unknown danger, something they can't dominate. The Smilodon paused, its keen nostrils flaring, its predatory focus momentarily broken by the unsettling scent and crackle. It let out a frustrated growl, a sound of annoyance rather than pure aggression this time. The humans, seeing its hesitation, pressed their advantage. They continued to shout, to wave their burning branches, creating a cacophony of sound and light. The sheer audacity of these small, upright creatures, coupled with the mysterious, dangerous power of fire, was too much for the Smilodon. It took a few steps back, its tail twitching. It looked at its kill, then back at the growing inferno and the relentless humans. The risk was too high. With a final, lingering glare of pure disdain and annoyance, the mighty saber-toothed tiger turned and, with surprising speed, vanished back into the dense forest, leaving its half-eaten prey behind. A wave of relief, so profound it was almost dizzying, washed over the human group. They had done it. They had faced one of the most dangerous creatures on Earth and lived to tell the tale. Thanks to their courage, their unity, and their most precious gift, their intelligence. They didn't just survive, they learned. They learned that even the most powerful beast could be deterred by a combination of ingenuity, teamwork, and a healthy dose of courage. They secured the abandoned kill, bringing much-needed sustenance back to their temporary shelter. This encounter wasn't just a brush with death. It was a pivotal moment in their evolution. It reinforced the importance of communal effort, the power of innovation, and the understanding that while nature was formidable, so too was the human spirit. This wasn't about raw strength. It was about strategy, adaptability, and the unwavering belief in each other. The legend of this day, of facing the fanged shadow, would be passed down through generations around countless campfires. it would become a story of resilience. A reminder that even when facing overwhelming odds, humanity's greatest strength lies in its ability to think, adapt, and work together. It's a testament to how our ancestors, seemingly outmatched, managed not just to survive, but to thrive in a world filled with giants and super predators. They didn't just endure, they evolved. And that, my friends, is why we are here today. The lessons from that prehistoric confrontation still echo. Face your challenges head-on, use your intelligence, trust your community, and never underestimate the power of a good strategy. It reminds us that even when life throws its own saber-toothed tigers at us, we have the tools, the spirit, and the community to overcome them. What an incredible journey back in time, right? I hope you enjoyed this dive into prehistoric courage and ingenuity. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, please give this video a big thumbs up, share it with a friend who loves history, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next adventure. Also, tell me in the comments below, what other prehistoric encounters would you like us to explore? Your ideas inspire our next videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.